Tanya. Is that little news ears?
Hey you! Are you 4? I am. And my name's Bram. And I'm 4.
And I'm Jake, Bram's dad. But some people call me BoxerBlu. Blah! And here is the news. It's the International Women's Day. The International Women's Day. Hi, everybody. Today is March 8th, 2020. International Women's Day.
Yes, this is a really big day because this is the day when we celebrate all the women in the world who've done such wonderful things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes. In fact, we have a story to tell you a little later today. We're also here to tell you that we are in New Hampshire.
Oh, yes, we're in New Hampshire. That's kind of silly, but my dad, after we started playing Catan Jr. the other day, he said, we've got to go to the Granite Game Summit in Nashua. So that's where we are. We're in a secret room with just a couple of our friends, you know that my dad's a dog and stuff. And we're playing a game called Quadropolis. Oh, it's my turn? Sorry.
While Bram is playing next door, I'll tell you about our first story. If you know what democracy is, it's an important idea. It goes back to the ancient Greek times and even before then. Basically, it's the idea that people get to choose. People have power. They get to vote. And it's something that, in America, we really believe in. And so the New York Times ran a pretty interesting article all about how, okay, so people, they vote, they have caucuses.
What's a caucus again? Oh, I'm sorry.
A caucus is what they do in some states where instead of voting, they kind of stand and make a pledge for who they're gonna vote for. But anyway, so the New York Times wanted to know what animals do. So it's pretty interesting. So here's some things that animals do when they want to vote. It's not really voting, of course, but it's the same idea. A couple of animals want to do something and they got to somehow communicate that. Yeah. So meerkats, what they do is, let's say meerkats are walking around and they want to find somewhere to go, and they start making this move call. They'll make a meow, like a kind of a meow sound. And if about three of them make the same sound together, they'll all go together. Isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah, and so also bees, what bees do, same thing, they're looking for a new place to make a new hive. They'll go scout out some place and then they'll come back and they'll start dancing in a certain way. And the dance tells them actually the direction of the new hive location, the quality, how good it is, and also how far away it is.
Yes, and finally, we'll talk about African wild dogs, which we talked about a while ago in Madagascar. There was recently a renewal in a national park there to bring them back. But anyway, wild dogs, African wild dogs, what they do is when they have to vote whether to go somewhere new, they will sneeze.
What?
Yes, they'll sneeze. Douche, douche.
So speaking of voting, Super Tuesday was just a few days ago, about 5 days ago or so, and it was expected that Bernie Sanders, who is a socialist, who basically believes that a lot of people we should have free health care for all and things like that. He actually didn't do so well, and Joe Biden, who recently wasn't doing very well at all, he had just won in South Carolina. Suddenly, he got many delegates, many voters. So that means that maybe Joe Biden will face against Donald Trump.
Oh, yes. And so if you're curious, some of the big states that Joe Biden won, he won the states of Minnesota and Maine and Texas and North Carolina, while Bernie Sanders, he won California and Utah and Colorado and Vermont. The scores, if you want to say it that way, Joe Biden is up 628 and Bernie Sanders is 545.
I don't know what those scores are, but I know that 628 is greater than 545.
Well, that's pretty good. Douche. So, daylight savings time, it's kind of a weird thing. I don't know if you know this, kids, but we're about to change the time. In fact, we're changing the time tonight at 2 in the morning.
Yes, when everyone's sleeping, we're going to spring forward. I don't know why we always say that.
Oh, it's simple. It's a way to remember it. In the springtime, which is starting really soon, we have longer days. The whole point of it is to have longer daylight for farmers and for people and things like that.
Oh, okay.
Daylight savings time, it's pretty weird. It was actually invented by a bug collector. And so back in 1895, this idea came out in New Zealand, and it slowly spread. It's pretty interesting. It became a law during World War I.
Oh, that's really weird. So what's the news exactly?
Well, scientists have just discovered that During daylight savings time, so in other words, like tomorrow morning, for example, a lot of people have car crashes.
Oh my gosh, why?
Well, when you spring forward, you basically lose an hour of sleep.
Oh, I lose an hour of sleep? That's terrible.
Yeah, so some people, like, they work, they have hard jobs, they work at night, things like that. So if you lose an hour of sleep the next day, you're not going to be driving as well, and so accidents increase.
Oh my gosh.
Douche, douche.
So speaking of International Women's Day, so Rosie the Riveter, it's a very, very famous poster. For those of you who do the little news ears in schools, you should check out the lesson plan this week. It's pretty interesting. It's all about propaganda.
Oh, propaganda for 4-year-olds. My gosh.
Yes, but anyway, the Rosie the Riveter is a famous poster that shows that women can work. So basically, during World War II, we were fighting in a war, and we had to make lots of things, like in factories, make, tanks, and make weapons, and make airplanes and stuff like that. And this woman, her name is Rosalind Walter. She lived in Long Island. She lived in Long Island, New York. She was a wealthy lady. She was 19 years old. She probably could have just gotten married, because back then, women didn't really have to have a job and like a career and things like that.
Oh, that's very sad.
Yes, it is. Anyway, she decided to work for the war in a way. So she started in a factory where they made planes, and she started doing that to help out. So she became famous from a song called Rosie the Riveter.
Oh, that's great. Are you saying that today, has she passed away?
Yes, unfortunately, Rosalind Walter, she just passed away, and so we're remembering her.
Douche. So the final thing I want to say is, maybe a few weeks ago we were kind of joking about the coronavirus a little bit, playing with the word coronavirus, but it's becoming quite serious. And I just wanted to say that, all around the world, there are a lot of people that are getting sick. And one of the things that we're not doing enough is washing our hands. So don't forget, when you wash your hands, you don't just wash with soap and water. You should wash for 20 seconds. So we're going to sing a song really quickly. Ready?
Happy birthday to you.
You don't have to sing the whole song. But when you sing the happy birthday song, that's about 20 seconds. That's all you have to do. It's really simple. What else do you have to do when you're 4 years old, right?
Yeah, okay.
Well, we're out of time now. I'm about to play this game. It's really cool. It's called Ginkopolis. It's my new favorite game. It's like you have, all these numbers, and they stack on each other, and you're trying to save the ginkgo biloba tree or something.
Anyway. Okay, thanks for listening to Little News Ears. Remember, as you get older, the news gets older too. I love you, Dad, so much.
I love you too, son. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Adios. Do you want this week's news? Go to LittleNewsEars.com.
Don't forget to check out our videos on YouTube.com and our teacher lesson plans and more on LittleNewsEars.com. May your sweetness shine
and your colors glow. Blah! Sources for today's broadcast include the New York Times, Fox News, the Miami Herald, Mental Floss, NBC News, and The Independent.